So why the left-wing intolerance in higher education? Well, we decided to reach out to a current college student, a progressive Democrat, to try to piece this all together. Abby Alexander studies political science at a D.C. college, and she joins us now. Abby, thank you so much for being with us. First question, just out front to the poll. If you were assigned a roommate who was a Republican or a Trump supporter, would you be okay with that?
So for me, in my college journey, when I think about the people who I surround myself with and the people who I want to live with, respect is a huge part of that. And a Trump supporter to me is someone who supported a candidate who wants to restrict my reproductive rights and has said some racist and sexist things to the American people.
Wait, so does that mean that, are you saying that anyone who voted for Trump, in your view, is racist and sexist? Could they not just believe that they want a border wall built? Maybe they are pro-life with sincerely religious held beliefs. They want limited government, lower taxes. Couldn't those be reasonable things that your Trump supporter roommate could stand for?
They have a number of beliefs, I'm sure. But if you're willing to support a candidate who doesn't respect me, then that, I think, is a pretty serious moral disagreement. And I think it's a moral issue rather than a political one.
Okay, so
and
I
think it's important for roommates to agree on the fundamentals and values.
Agree on the fundamentals. Like, for me, that was putting away your laundry, getting rid of your beer cans. You're saying if they didn't support your preferred political candidate. Let me ask you this in a broader sense. Why is it that the left seems so much more intolerant? Meaning Republican students were willing to say, hey, I'd have a Democrat roommate. Why is it Democrats that say, nah, I can't handle those Republicans?
I will be tolerant of anyone based on their religion, the color of their skin, their gender. I will not tolerate disrespect. And if a roommate is disrespectful to me, or if they support someone who's disrespectful to me, I'm not tolerant of that. And I think that's a belief that, a lot of left-leaning students share.
I appreciate your perspective. If I'm pro-life and I believe that life begins at conception, which I do, then I'm by default being disrespectful to you. That's not just a sincerely held political belief by me.
I know plenty of people who are pro-life and believe that life begins at conception, but still believe that women should be able to decide the best choice for their own bodies. And that's very important to me. And respect to me is respecting a woman's right to choose.
Got it. So it does come back to abortion. Real quick, I won't name the school, no reason to. You go to a school that is named after one of our founding fathers. When you talk about racism and all that, do you think our founders were racist? Like, does it go back to America is a bad place from the start?
I think it's very important to recognize the struggles that our founding fathers went through to create this nation, while also holding it to a higher standard today.
Hey, teach it, recognize the flaws, but revere it. I think we could agree on that. Abby, I appreciate you coming on the program with us tonight and for sharing your view. Thank you.
Thank you.
You got it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.